Welcome on in, everyone. We are back, the cousins. This is Beard Talk with Kyle and Joe. I'm Kyle,
What is up, guys? I'm Joe.
and we are back with another review for you today. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel to be with us once again. So today we have a review for you. Like I said, we're going to be talking about Kuhn products, more popularly known as Kuhn in the beard game. So we have 3 different products to go over with you, and we have 5 different scents. So we'll be talking about a lot of good stuff here today. Just a real little bit about the company. The owner's name is Chris. We've had the pleasure of getting to know him over the past few weeks or so. Chris is out of Utah, and he began Kuhn in 2018.
So, what does the word Kuhn actually mean? Well, in German, it means bold, daring, audacious, and brave. And as you'll see throughout this video, his scent profiles, his presentation really backs that up quite a bit, and we cannot wait to talk to you guys about it. But before we begin, thank you so much for joining us. If you have not done so, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you're not missing any of our future content, and hang tight. We'll be right back after this intro.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and talk about price and presentation. So starting with price, it's about $20 across the board. So you're looking at $20 for an oil, $20 for a 2-ounce butter. And then the co-wash, which comes in an 8-ounce bottle, is $21. So I would say a few dollars over the market average. What would you say, Joe?
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. Maybe just a little bit more on the pricier side, but as you'll see with the presentation that we're about to show, that could be a good reason why. So let's jump right into that presentation. So Chris, not only does he produce beard products for your beards and some other products for you to enjoy, but he also is very crafty when it comes to his presentation. And if you look on his website, you'll see a lot of these products that come with this handcrafted box. And look how cool that is. Just very old school, very vintage looking. Even comes with this very cool lock there. Opens up, and just look at that. Very cool.
That's awesome.
Now, in order to get one of these, this doesn't come with any regular order. You'll see that to get a cool looking box like this, the price is going to be a little bit more. But overall, the presentation is really cool with that if you choose to go that route. Now, starting off with the oils. These are absolutely some of the coolest looking oil bottles that are out there. You got the very nice, sophisticated looking square shape that I actually very much like. And he makes sure that he uses a good chunk of that bottle there. And it's a black matte finish. But the star of this is that nice wood label on there. What do you think of this, man?
I love it. I think the black really complements that. As you guys can see, it comes in a few different colors as well, which you'll see in the butter. Let me go ahead and show that off right now. Really cool looking.
Right. Yeah, and the boxes are like that too. Different color boxes as well. Super cool.
Yep. Oh, I love it. There's absolutely nothing in the game that looks like it. If you follow him on Instagram, he shows some videos and some pictures of him making these, which is really cool. Something that's going to stand out on the shelf for sure.
Absolutely. So definitely a 2 thumbs up for me with presentation. So let's dive right into these scents.
All right, guys, so let's go ahead and dive right into the scents. The first one that I want to talk about is the birchwood scent. And there is a kind of a vague description of it online. I'm gonna go ahead and read it to you. So this is notes of cypress, lime, sea salt, oud, leather, amber, moss, birch, and sandalwood. So this is a very complex scent. I liked it. One thing you're going to notice that you'll hear me say, at least for sure, about all these extremely manly scents. This one is pretty much when you think of birchwood. To me, this is what you would think of. You know, it's very manly, very musky. There's a lot to it. You almost could call it cologne-like because you can't really identify one scent in there. But super strong scent. All of these lasted a long time. I was actually, when I put them in the morning, smelling them when I woke up the next morning before I took my shower. So for me, these lasted about 24 hours, 12 hours, which is the longest in the game for me.
Okay. Yeah, and that birchwood is a very nice scent. I think you hit the nail on the head when you talk about musk. I definitely see what you mean when it comes to cologne, because it really is hard to identify each individual profile in there. But you do get that nice outdoor type feel.
Mhm.
However, though, it is still something that I feel like if I wanted to wear out on a date or something like that, or even at work, it would pull off as a really solid cologne. So yeah, that birchwood is a very nice scent. Very well done by Chris on that one.
Yep. All right. The next one that I want to talk about is the smoke. And again, there's a vague description online here. Excuse me. Um, so it's described as a lighter, sweeter scent profile, like of Utah summer, which is really cool. Hint of grapefruit, hint of cardamom, birch, sandalwood, and vetiver. So again, pretty complex scent. This one, I would say by far was my favorite out of all of them. To me, I'm just getting kind of a sharp but light cologne scent, which is interesting. I'm not picking up any smoke whatsoever, which I like because I don't like the smoke scent in my beard at all. But this was nice. Again, this one was a lighter cologne scent for me.
Right. Yeah. I found the name of it to be very misleading because yeah, I wouldn't classify this as a smoky scent really at all. I do get more of those other profiles that are described in there, and maybe that smoke is just put in there to kind of uplift all those other profiles. Again, and this is kind of a theme with the majority of Chris's scents, at least the ones that we've tried, is that it really is hard to pinpoint each individual. So it does seem like he does have maybe like a fondness of like cologne, definitely outdoorsy. It just goes with that Utah nature for sure. So a lot of that kind of inspiration, you can definitely tell that Chris goes with.
Yep. All right. And our last, second last scent here is going to be the mahogany. And this one, of course, has mahogany in it. They also describe it as cigar or pipe tobacco with a hint of something sweet. And then it says perhaps apple. And I think that really nails it on the head. Again, I can't really identify anything. Once you hear the cigar, you can kind of pick up on that. But just like the rest of them, real musky, real outdoorsy, super strong. Again, these are by far the strongest scents I've ever tried. Honestly, no close second, which I would say the average beardsman really likes. They were a little strong for me, but I definitely did enjoy them.
Yeah, and that mahogany was my favorite out of the ones that that we're talking about. I'm a big sucker for mahogany. I feel like it's a scent profile that I would love to actually see more. I have like maybe two other that I can think of that on my shelf that have mahogany in it, and I absolutely love them. It's mahogany is just very, very musk-like, and that's just something that really fits. A current profile of mine that I really, really enjoy. That one I definitely give a two thumbs up for. Very, very enjoyable for that one for sure. Now, the one that I currently have is one that is not currently available if you look on the site. However, though, we had the pleasure of talking with Chris, and I was talking to him about the specific one, and he said, "Go ahead and show it off. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a limited batch and see if people are going to be interested in buying it." And he will be coming up with a discount for us to use. It's going to be Beard Talk something. We just don't know the exact percentage yet, but we'll make sure we have it in the description for you. But the scent that I'm talking about is very, very simple, and that is his coconut scent. Okay. And yeah, I mean, this one is exactly how it sounds. It really is just a straight up coconut type scent. But there is kind of a little cologne type feel to it. I didn't really get like a summer vibe from it. Like it didn't make me just think of like, oh, this is just a one-dimensional summer scent. He did add a little complexity to it. So coconut is the main thing that I do get. But in the back end, as it starts to fade, there is kind of like that cologne muskiness that comes with it. That's kind of just like his other scents. That was really cool. At first, I can see where some people might think this is probably a little too one-dimensional for them. If you're not a fan of coconut, you're not going to want this scent at all. I do enjoy coconut once in a while, so this was a pretty good and fun scent.
Awesome. So unfortunately, due to COVID, I did not get to try this one, but definitely looking forward to it. I'm with Joe. I like coconut every once in a while, but it's a good change of pace for me. But yeah, let's go ahead and move to the next segment of the review, which is Feel and Beard.
All right, so let's dive right into how these products felt in our beards. And I'm going to kick us off with the ingredient list for the oil, and then Kyle will take over from there with the other products. So for the oil, we are looking at shea nut oil, jojoba oil, argan oil, marula oil, and meadowfoam seed oil. So you actually have some pretty interesting ingredients in there. The one that really stands out for me, and I've talked about very much, is how much I love meadowfoam. So it's very awesome to see in there. Now, I had kind of a love-hate relationship when it came to this oil for me. I noticed that when I had to put it in my beard, I noticed that for me personally, I had to use a less oil than I normally would for just about any other oils that I used. And that was because I found this to be a little bit on that greasier side. And what I mean by that is when I put my normal amount in, which is about 3/4 of a dropper, I noticed that after, about a half hour or so, when I would put my, hands on my beard to kind of fix it up, that I was still feeling it. And normally that would not be the case for any other oil. So what I ended up doing as I was continuing my testing was I dialed it back just a little bit, and I used about maybe half the dropper, and I noticed that was much better. The only problem with that is because I'm so used to putting 3/4 of a dropper in there, is that I was really concerned if I really had actually enough oil in my beard. So I didn't always feel like my beard was as soft as I would have liked it, but it wasn't the worst feeling oil that I felt. Overall, the experience was okay for me. Yeah, kind of that is where that love hate comes from. And then as you can see, the oil itself does have kind of like an interesting color to it. Somewhat, it's a little bit cloudy, like a very faint, but it's also, has kind of like a really light color to it. And, it did have that kind of like thicker type feel for me, at least. What did you think?
So no, I enjoyed the oil. I had no issue with it. It's soaked into my beard really well.
Mhm.
Being thicker, no, I thought it was straight medium. Definitely wouldn't call it light. Definitely wouldn't call it thick. Um, but yeah, like I said, it kept my face and my beard feeling good all day. This is one thing, scent wise, feel wise, felt it in there, which I really appreciate. I wouldn't say it was like my absolute favorite by any means, but I really enjoyed it. If someone said I have never tried the oil before or any of the products, do you recommend it? I would say yeah.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and move on to the beard butter. So the beard butter was really cool. Extremely creamy. This is a poured butter. Came out of the tin really nice. Goes into your beard really nice. Kind of see it there. There we go. And the ingredients on this are shea butter, mango butter, shea nut oil, jojoba oil, marula oil, meadowfoam, seed oil, and beeswax. So there is beeswax in this. And as far as butters go, I would say it gave about medium hold. It didn't weigh my beard down or anything like that, but because of I noticed how creamy it is, those type of butters absorb better in my beard. If a beard or if a butter is kind of clunky, that's when it weighs my beard down to the point that I don't like. But this really absorbed nicely.
Yeah, I definitely had a much better experience with the butter than I did the oil. This is the kind of poured butter that I normally tend to flock to. I like when it's creamier, it's easier to melt down in your hand. Nothing that you have to really work hard into your beard. And overall, my beard felt pretty soft when I had it in. And there was a couple times where I actually had the butter in with the oil because I was looking for that extra softness that I just wasn't getting from that oil. And I really felt that the butter did help a lot for my specific beard. And again, that's why we love doing this channel, because you get two different perspectives with two guys that have two way different beards. So, take our opinions with a grain of salt and see whose beard does yours compare to the most. And that'll kind of help you decide if maybe this is the product for you. But absolutely, I did love the butter. It was really nice.
Right. All right. Our last product that we want to talk with you about is listed as co-wash.
Mhm.
So there should be a cleaning agent in there as well. So this is an 8-ounce bottle like we showed you before. First thing I noticed is that pump top. I don't think I've seen this pump top before in the beard game. I really liked it.
Mhm.
I know it sounds funny, but there are some pump tops that give you too little or too much and you end up wasting some product or whatever. This was just the right amount. I used
Mhm.
like 3 or 4 squirts. It was perfect for me. So as far as the co-wash itself, I would say if you're thinking about a medium consistency, like lotion in your hand when it comes to co-wash, I would say it's just under that. It's
Mhm.
probably on the lighter side. This one is scented tea tree, and it smells exactly like it sounds. It's straight up tea tree, super fresh. But this co-wash did its job. My beard felt nice and soft. It's most importantly, it's styled the way that I wanted it to after using it. It's something that I'll definitely be using more.
Yeah, yeah, definitely one of the more thinner co-washes that I've used. I didn't like it didn't feel like was like completely staying into my beard like the entire time. Like it barely took an effort to rinse it off compared to some others, which some people are gonna love that. Some people don't want that kind of conditioner that really feels like it's gonna stay in there. But overall, I thought it did what it needed to do. It did help reduce some of those tangles that I have. But yeah, it's definitely on that thinner side. So if that is something that you like more, then this might be definitely something that'd be worth picking up. And that tea tree is just for me, it's a perfect shower scent. I love those kind of invigorating type scents to really help you wake up, in the morning and to get your day started. Or at the same time, though, if you're that guy that showers at night before bed, it's gonna also relax you too. So that's that cool thing about tea tree. It's kind of like that hybrid scent that does both for you. So.
Right. So as you guys can see, overall, we thought Kuhn was pretty good for sure. The things that stuck out for me was the scent duration. It was super strong. A few of the, like I mentioned before, a few of the butters were just too strong for me. But I know there's a lot of guys out there that when they wear a beard product, they want to smell it all day. You'll have no issue with that
Right.
when it comes to Kuhn. But there is one other thing that Joe wants to go ahead and show off, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So
So also on the website, Chris has a pretty good size ladies line that I know that he shows off a lot as well. So definitely give that a check. But he also has some pretty awesome looking shirts. And right now he has currently my favorite shirt that I'm wearing, and that is his Kuhn 3/4 sleeve shirt right there. And I just absolutely love this shirt and couldn't wait to show it off. I love the dark gray with the red, and then you got the black finish over there too. So, and this shirt I believe was about I think $29. So not too bad price wise, but man, does it fit good? It washes really good. So if you're looking for some really cool merch, this is one of my favorite shirts that I've ever shown off on our channel.
very cool. Yeah, that is nice. All right, guys. So like Joe said earlier, if we have that discount code, which we should, we're going to throw that in underneath. If you have not subscribed to our channel and you'd like to do so, go ahead and click on our logo just below me there, or maybe below Joe. We'll see where we situate that. But that is all the time that we have for you guys today. But as always, keep it growing.
And we will talk to you at the next one. Cousins out.